This evening, I will be sharing with you 7 things you should know about Abraham. Number 1. Abraham's call and obedience. Abraham, originally called Abram, was chosen by God to leave his homeland and go to a land that God would show him. This event marked the beginning of God's covenant with him and his descendants. Genesis 12 verses 1 through to 3. Now the Lord had said unto Abram, Get thee out of thy country, and from thy kindred, and from thy father's house, unto a land that I will show you. And I will make thee a great nation, and I will bless thee, and make thy name great. And thou shalt be a blessing, and I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. Number 2. Abraham's faith and righteousness. Abraham's belief in God's promise of descendants, even in his old age, was credited to him as righteous. Genesis 15 verse 6. And he believed in the Lord, and he counted it to him for righteousness. Number 3. Abraham's covenant with God. God established a covenant with Abraham, promising him numerous descendants and the land of Canaan as their inheritance. Genesis 17 verses 4 to 7. As for me, behold, my covenant is with thee, and thou shalt be a father of many nations. Neither shall thy name any more be called Abram, but thy name shall be Abraham. For a father of many nations have I made thee, and I will make thee exceedingly fruitful, and I will make nations of thee. And kings shall come out of thee, and I will establish my covenant between me and thee, and thy seed after thee in their generations for an everlasting covenant, to be a God unto thee, and to thy seed after thee. Number 4. Abraham's hospitality. Abraham showed remarkable hospitality towards 3 strangers who turned out to be angels by providing them with food and shelter. Genesis 18 verses 1 through to 5. And the Lord appeared unto him in the plains of Mamre, and he sat in the tent door in the heat of the day, and he lifted up his eyes and looked, and lo, 3 men stood by him. And when he saw them, he ran to meet them from the tent door, and bowed himself towards the ground, and said, My Lord, if now I have found favor in thy sight, pass not away. I pray thee from thy servant, let a little water, I pray you, be fetched, and wash your feet, and rest yourselves under the tree, and I will fetch a morsel of bread, and comfort ye your hearts. After that ye shall pass on, for therefore are ye come to your servant. Number 5. Abraham's intercession for Sodom and Gomorrah. Abraham pleaded with God to spare the cities of Sodom and Gomorrah if there were righteous people within them. Genesis 18 verses 23 through to 32. And Abraham drew near and said, Wilt thou also destroy the righteous with the wicked? Peradventure there be 50 righteous within the city. Wilt thou also destroy and not spare the place for the 50 righteous that are therein? Number 6. Abraham's sacrifice of Isaac. God tested Abraham's faith by commanding him to sacrifice his son Isaac. Though Abraham was prepared to obey, God provided a ram for the sacrifice instead. Genesis 22 verses 2 to 3. And he said, Take now thy son, thine only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, and get thee in the land of Moriah, and offer him there for a burnt offering upon one of the mountains which I will tell thee of. And Abraham rose up early in the morning, and saddled his horse, and took 2 of his young men with him, and Isaac his son, and clave the wood for the burnt offering, and rose up and went unto the place which God had told him. Number 7. Abraham's burial. Abraham died at the age of 175 and was buried in the cave of Machpelah, which he purchased as a burial site for his wife Sarah. Genesis 25 verses 8 through to 9. Then Abraham gave up the ghost and died in a good old age, an old man, and full of years, and was gathered to his people, and his sons Isaac and Ishmael buried him in the cave of Machpelah, in the field of Ephron, the son of Zohar the Hittite, which is before Mamre. Thank you for tuning in. Be blessed in Jesus' name.